All right. Hello, this is Jason from the Game Warrior. And what are we looking at? Cthulhu Death May Die. It just went live. So I was backer like 360 on doing Arrakis. I knew I wanted to get in early because I have this belief that the early backers get their stuff earlier. So I started messing around doing yoga of all things, you know, the Game Warrior, staying in shape. And I ended up missing it by 3 minutes. So I came in and I was backer 640. 640. Okay, so the first thing I did, backed it, then I came over here. So now the first thing I saw was that my back was $100. That's all I saw. That's all. So we're gonna go through this together. It's kind of a journey, you and I. And I'm like, so first thing off, that's a surprise. Like, what did I predict to someone on the, Tappa with the comments? I was like 130. I thought it would start, or maybe 120. So let's look at it. They are about to do it. It's going to be 14 days. There's already 2,000 backers. I was 640. There it is. I'm a backer. I pledge $100. So let's go look at it together. We can look at this video for a sec, should we? See, we might have seen this already. We'll watch the whole thing. Yeah, we saw this, right? There's more, I guess. There's some more monsters in there. Okay. We don't need to watch that together. Let's go down. Let's look down. Okay. So that's a good looking picture. It's a good looking picture. My sledge is the unknowable pledge. Unknowable. That's because you don't know how much shipping they're going to charge you. Right? That's pretty funny. Okay. Let's see. It looks like just from the board that you got some more board pieces, right? We have... these are monster boards there. That looks like, that's interesting because those are Elder One boards. It looks like they're purple instead of, I think they're green or kind of beige. Looks like there's 2 there. It looks like there's 6 stories, right? And then there's probably, since it's standalone, I'm sorry, I'm getting molested by my cat. Okay, hi. Let's see if she can sit on my lap. Nah, she's not going to do it. Okay. If you look on the map here, it's not, these red minis look a little different. And I know it's standalone, so that means they're not cultists. So base game looks like you've got another board. You've got 3 more dice, 5 more green. That'll be nice to have extra dice. 2 bad guys, 2 elder ones, and 6 stories. Everything's just right there. That's it. Right? And then let's go look at it. Let's see what new stuff is here. The game that captured the mythos in a unique way is backed with a brand new standalone season. Combine your fears, your evil, right, with the episode. So what's really cool about that is I think you could go and take any of these monsters and go play them. I hope it's fully compatible with seasons 1 and 2. So... And vice versa. So I hope these are good. Don't let the madness take over. We got some more madness cards. I got to tell you, I hate these cards. They're actually the part of the game I like the least. I'll tell you something else. No one should ever know this. This is the total divulging. Sometimes we forget them because you're supposed to trigger them every time you hit the little red circles. And then we'll go halfway through and go, oh, we've been forgetting them. And then we just go, forget them. So I know, we're cheating. Stop the ritual. We know how to do that. The oldest and strongest motion of mankind's fear, and the oldest and strongest is fear of the unknown. New rules introduce plague and play enemies. So that's interesting. The unknown monster dashboard brings enemies unknown to episodes. You can add random sets of monsters to any episode of any season. Okay, so a little bit more replayability is what they're going to do there. Now, I know there's a few channels that have gone and done some look-throughs on this. I haven't yet. You know, the old Board Game Co. Quackolope thing that they always get them. I get to the point where I just don't even watch them anymore because it's the same people over and over. Even though I love Jesse and those guys. I just ready to see it here. I know I was going to back this anyways. It looks like unknown relics bring a new arsenal of dangerous artifacts for the investigators. That's interesting. Here's the Necronomicon, a sinister book, a jade amulet. Interesting how they'll work those in, because basically the items that you had already were discovery cards, right? They added a lot of choice. This looks like unknown relics empower the investigators at a price. Of course, everything's at a price in this game, right? Here's some testimonies. We just certainly don't need any testimonies. And here's the unknowable pledge. And there's a Kickstarter exclusive. You get Antonio. Antonio is exclusive. So when you get this from Amazon for cheaper later, slightly cheaper, it'll be slightly cheaper than 100, probably, maybe not. You won't get him. So here's 10 new investigators. Now I've been talking with some friends and we're all could just, I don't want any new investigators, right? But it will be interesting to see what their new powers are. That would mean that these 10 people have 10 individually new powers, I'm thinking. So obviously, I like Mike though. Look at that, the big wrestler from that time. That looks great. You got Sally, who's a nurse, looks like a nurse. Peters has a handsaw. I'm not sure who he is. Ruth, the Ruth character right there, that's the kind of character that's so boring to me in Cthulhu games. They always give you a librarian, investigator type who just... Julian is a young kid on the street. I like that one, right? Except for why would he be messing around investigating anything? I'm not even pronounce that, but that's a cool one. Stella has a beaker and a flask, so it looks like she's messing with some stuff, right? Agatha has got a machine gun, so you got to take her seriously. Leon has a gun and a lei, so he looks like he's coming from Hawaii. And then Sandra, who looks like she's a miner. That's a little weird to have a female miner, but that's okay. Here we go. Cultists and monsters. 10 more cultists. All right. We're going to paint those up. Those look great. We have some ghasts. We have some serpent men. I like these. Those ghasts look nasty. Fisher from outside. So there'll be 2 of those big ones. These are like the Bayakis and the fire vampires. The Gaia Yothin. Those look awesome. The Gug. And the Dole, 1 Dole and 1 Unnameable. And then here's the 2 elders. The first elder Bach is Sath Thagu. I got to tell you, I'm pretty familiar with the lore of Cthulhu, Death May Die, and I don't know who this is, and so it's kind of a shock that they chose him. Just out of the gate. Obviously, he looks cool. He'll be fun to paint. And he has 2 amorphous scions with him. Oh, neat. So he's got a couple minions, right? 4 Elder 1 cards. We're familiar with there. There's the minion card, 8 Mythos, 20 fatigue tokens. So his power is going to have something to do with fatigue. The next one is Azathoth, which should have been the first one, right? So this guy is awesome. That miniature is going to be fun to paint. And he has 4 Dancers of Azathoth minions. Again, 4 Elder cards, mythic, cosmic tokens. Okay. So far, I'm still having to scroll down to see if there's any other pledges, right? There's the normal board, right? So I'm going to be buying this and getting some of the normal stuff again. I'm going to get the tiles. I don't know if there'll be repeat tiles of the tiles I already have. That'll be an interesting thing to ask down there. The unknown board, which is something new. That's the new monsters. 10 investigator boards will be interesting. I hope they show us all those. They're going to have daily unlocks. I think this goes for 14 days, so there's going to be more investigators. There'll be more monsters. There's almost surely going to be, let me guess, there's surely going to be another Elder God. And maybe that's all down below. I haven't got there yet. We're all on the same journey. There's your tentacles. Look, they made them different colors. Those are pretty cool. Those are pretty cool colors. They're not as bright. There's your unknown monster cards, insanity cards. Like I told you, I don't like those relic cards. I'm really interested in those. I think those could be really cool. And 4 Mythos cards. Why is there 4 Mythos cards? 4 base Mythos cards. That doesn't make sense because you're supposed to have 8 from the monster mixed with 8 from the story. We haven't said the stories yet. Let's see. 6 episode boxes. So they have discovery cards with their Mythos cards. So I wonder what these 4 basic Mythos cards are. Maybe these are new and you shuffle them into the whole setup. 12 episode cards, 48, and some tokens that go with it. So we got 6 new episodes. Season 3 is 6 new episodes, right? We got 6 in the first base box. You got 6 more in season 2, and now you get 6 more here. So I'm hoping throughout this campaign that we get more than 6. Because we'll probably play through this pretty quick. Like if I got those 6 boxes right now, we'd probably be done in a couple weeks. We just get through those. And of course, you could go back and replay them with different gods, elder gods. So that would be cool too. Okay. Let's see. There's a rule book. I wonder if they're going to give us a download on that. I hope so. I definitely, let's see. Is that going to let us, I'm going to open link. Resources, Simon rulebook. Yeah. Okay. So I'll definitely 100% be reading through this thing. and I'll come back probably in a later thing. Oh, look at that picture. That painting is awesome. Oh, they give you an idea of what they look like. Some good painting ideas, right? And hopefully we'll be able to look through all of the new investigators as well. Okay, so we got a full rule book. It does say work in progress, but you know that I'm doing a how to play video right now as we speak on the first version, just for fun because I want to do it. And one of the things for sure is that this is a great rule book. Like, I mean, everything is answered in it. So it'll be interesting I can look here and see what those new cards and new monsters. Okay, let's get off of that. We can do that another time. There's the rule book, gameplay videos and reviews. We certainly don't want to see that. Okay, here's some painting schemes. I like that. Give us some ideas. They've got some good painters who did these. And Kickstarter exclusive. Note that anything marked with this tag is exclusive. So we start off exclusive. Now here comes the shipping information, right? And I know that it went crazy for Marvel Zombies and I canceled my pledge. It was just ridiculous. And then I didn't do Cyberpunk and I did do Dune and it was pretty expensive. I just paid it. And it was like, it was pretty expensive. It wasn't as expensive as Marvel Zombies. So here we go. We will collect via our pledge matter with campaign ads with charge shipping, yada, yada, depending on where in the world you live, including forecasts. Keep in mind the ranges represented are for most regions. No. So here we go. So the pledge I just got, which is the $100 buck, is they're going to say it's going to cost $33 to $45, which is cheaper than it was for Dune. A little bit cheaper. So starting to look good. Optional buys not included. Well, what are the optional buys? Are there any yet? They think they are going to about a year from now. When do they say this is? December 2023? They've been doing pretty good lately. They've been doing pretty good. Retailers, keep up to date with everything. Follow us. Risks and challenges. Okay, well, that's it. There is no extra reward. Day one, nothing more. Just the 100. So, what's your impression? My impression, first thing out of the gate, $100, that's cheap. That's a surprise. That's a surprise. 33 to 45 shipping, you're going to get that box and an extra box filled with all of the stretch goals, daily unlocks. So for $100, you're going to get a deal. This one looks like a deal. I think they're just decided they're going to sell so much, they're going to take smaller profit margins. Because even if it's $45 for $145 to get the whole base game again, which I've already got that game, and the full stretch goals shipped and delivered and getting it early. Rackpaw says, I like that idea. Doesn't she? Well, she's purring if you can hear her. Okay. Well, what do you think? Tap it, tap it, tap it. Let's get going on it. You can go look at this yourself. You didn't have to watch me, but I would love to hear what you think. And this is the fun part of this, right? Cthulhu Death May Die is truly something fun in the industry, right? It's like Marvel Zombies was. We all got excited. I was doing videos. I was talking to people. People are talking now. So let's hear it. Tap it, tap it, tap it. Let's hear what you think. Are you going to back it? I have a friend who I know already backed it. And so I know 2 people are going to do it. And I look forward to hearing from you very shortly.